This is Shedeniz, where design speaks at home, and I'm very happy to have you, Neil.
Thank you.
Before we start to talk about your work, can you talk about yourself
Yeah.
for us?
Absolutely. Thank you very much for having me, Denise. So my name is Neil, and I have a company called Reva, the House of Stories. We're a boutique design and build studio originated in Dubai.
Very nice.
Thank you.
And I checked your works before, also Riva, the House of Stories. I like the design, but I want to, especially, I think you should tell about it. The design, the style. If Riva has a specific design style, what should it be, or what would you choose?
So I wouldn't, thank you very much for going through our portfolio. Thank you. Because we're a new company, anybody who appreciates the work that we do, I'm really excited
Sure,
about
of
that.
course.
And I wouldn't say that we have a distinctive style, because as a design firm, if you can have a distinctive style and you are identified, it's not going to be useful for the end user. What we like to do is, like the name suggests, the House of Stories, is meet clients and translate their stories, their requirements, their needs into design. So every project that you see would be a different style. So we do everything, right? So we do residential projects, we do commercial projects, offices, retails, innovation spaces, all of that. So every one of it has a distinctive style. And I think when you look at them, you will understand that there's a story behind all of them.
Yes.
So if it's a real estate office with very aggressive, go-getters who are running around, the space would have that energy, the colors, the textures, the finishes, even the user experience would be like that. But if it's a residence of this very fashionable, lovely Italian lady, then the space would have that grandeur and those colors and that warmth.
Yeah, so you do commercial as well.
Yes, absolutely. Commercial is my
Like
first
whole
love.
buildings, commercial building, or
It's a lovely question because we've actually got an opportunity to do this entire building in Lagos, Nigeria.
oh really?
Yes, so we're doing just design for them, but that was one of the first experiences of doing an entire building, but it was a residential building.
It should be very difficult or challenging, maybe.
Yes, challenging and interesting.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yes.
When we even got the first inquiry, when they reached out and said, "Can you do it?" I was flabbergasted for a minute because we've done projects, but doing one in a different country and designing according to that ethos was a beautiful experience. Yes.
Yeah, definitely. It should be like that.
Yes.
You told me that you don't have a specific style as a company. But when I think from my perspective, everybody has some style and
100%.
right?
Yes.
And when I see some, for example, designs, sometimes I want to change it a little bit, or not change maybe, but I want to add some touches from my taste as well. What about you? Do you
So-
feel like that from time to time?
Absolutely. Any place that I walk into, I always feel like if I would do it, I would do it like this. Or even if it's not just limited to a space,
Yeah.
it's also to outfits, it's also to jewelry. It's
Yeah,
about
yeah.
anything which has design, isn't it? Even while watching a movie, I would probably think about what I would do to sort of
Yeah.
make it better or make it my way.
Yes.
So if you ask me what my style is, I would say a little bit of maximalism. I love going all out.
I was gonna ask that.
Yes, I love going all out. If you were to visit my home, you would be thrown away in the beginning because you have so many things happening. You have a
Okay.
green floral wall, and you have these dark, herringbone flooring, and you have an orange couch. And so you have a lot of different colors. I absolutely love how you're, looking at different aspects, and then all gets tied down to who's living there. So
Yes.
when anybody walks into the house, they immediately say that, okay, we know that, you and your husband
Definitely.
live here. It's got that essence of a lived-in house. We love to travel, and the travel obviously translates into our design aspects as well. And then we bring in things, and that's why I think maximalism with a bit of contemporary design and mid-century elements, I think that would be my soft, sweet spot.
Yeah. And do you have any favorite project that you have finished within Riva?
Yes, of course. Actually,
Is
all.
it like a villa project or
So, when you're working, it's different because I've been working for about 17 years before I actually, moved into doing Reva.
okay?
Reva was born after 17 years of working as a professional. So, in those projects, or when I was working, it was very easy to pick the favorites. But when it's your own baby, every project is your favorite.
Yes, yes.
So I have both, right? I love this villa project that we've done, very close to where we are right now. That was very interesting because it was one of the first villa projects that we got to be involved from the beginning till the end. So we saw the inception where we were sketching and the building was still under construction, and we saw the final, inauguration when the client actually walked in and did the housewarming. So that was a beautiful experience. That villa had a very unique sense because the clients whom we were working with have lived all across the world. So we got to use all of those experiences, and the husband is from one place, the wife is from one place. So we got all of those references also. So the style of the house is very eclectic, very modern. At the same time, it's got that Dubai glamour as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But for Riva company, isn't it that difficult to do the projects abroad in other countries? Or
Well,
how you manage it? It should be challenging as well.
yes. When we started the company, the idea was to be a design consultancy, just a design consultancy. We wouldn't do build at all. But we quickly changed, we quickly evolved. We were not prepared for it, but that's how business is, right? You think of something else,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
something else happens. So when we were doing our first commercial project, we were designing it, and the client said, "You know what? You've done such a fantastic job. We want you to make sure take it till the end as well." I was nervous. It was we had
Exciting
exciting,
news.
and I had palpitations, and I used to have spent a lot of time thinking, are we ready for this? But we were. And coming to your question about doing projects abroad, absolutely, it is challenging. But with design consultancy and one of the few nice things about the pandemic that happened is the Zoom calls and the online meetings and the reduction of in-person meetings. So because of that, people are already used to the fact that you have these online conversations, you send materials over the world, and the internet and the mode of communication has changed so much
So
that
much.
you really don't need that in person. I mean, even when we work, we have a lot of people who work for us remotely. Or if my design manager, she has her pet is not feeling well, stay at home.
Yeah.
Because we can manage.
Yes.
It's not really necessary to drive 40-45 minutes or take a couple of flights and then go and see the site. But at the same time, we do try to go to the sites in the beginning and towards the end of the project, just to make sure that everything that we designed, we envisioned, has been built as well. Challenges are there, whether it's local or whether it's international, but it's our experience that we have that we are able to manage both projects, both internally and externally, with ease.
So we can say Riva, the House of Stories, is globally working now,
Yes, we are.
which is fantastic.
Thank you.
In your designs, if you have a preference for the texture, would you go with wood, stone, or do you have any other, especially for flooring or for the walls, maybe? People started to use wood panels as well.
Yes.
What do you think about that?
See, personal preference, I love wooden floors.
Yes,
I absolutely
it's
love
warm
wooden
and
floors.
cozy, right?
100%. I absolutely love wooden floors. But of course, the usage is important. For a commercial space, so for example, an office environment, in the reception, I wouldn't use a wooden
Yeah.
flooring. I would probably use it in the executive areas when you walk in and you want to make that entire area, much more luxurious.
Yes, I
Give
agree.
that warmth. Yes, for sure. In the reception, I would use a much more tactile, cleanable. So I think form follows function. So I would always use a material that is suitable for the functionality. But personally, if you ask me, I absolutely love wooden floors.
Especially for home,
Yes.
then you will
Yes.
prefer that.
Again, it depends on the way the end users are living. For example, you said that you have a golden retriever. Wooden flooring is all the way, because golden retrievers shed, you can't see the hair all the time, so it's fantastic. Just imagine if you have white marble everywhere.
Not white, but close. My marbles are. So yeah,
Yes.
it's a problem,
Yes, it is
really.
and it's always cold, right? You always have to wear socks. That, yeah.
Yeah.
So it depends on the end user's lifestyle as well, for sure.
Yes. And what about the wood panels for the walls? What do you think about them?
So if you ask me, for the wooden panels have been around for a while, but
Like 2 years, I believe, right?
yes,
Or
you're saying
three,
it.
Maybe.
Yes, but the functionality of it has really changed. So wooden panels are fantastic if you have the acoustic property. So if you were to add wooden panels in, say, a TV media wall area,
Okay.
it will help absorb the sound.
Oh, really?
So it gives you that entire acoustic feeling. So you're sat there, you're watching a movie, you're blasting the sound, watching some, what do I say, F1, and you want the whole movie experience.
Okay.
You can absolutely put a wooden panel with acoustic, properties in it. But otherwise, wooden panels have been used for a bit. But I would go a little more towards the acoustic properties, because everybody is having a lot of nervous issues now, isn't it? Everybody is neurodivergent. I want to sort of calm down. You go to a mall, you're sort of being hit by so many
Yes.
different things. Buy this, shop that, do this, do that.
Crowd and
Exactly.
business.
How
yeah,
do
yeah.
you get that little piece or pockets of peace within your house, within a mall, within a restaurant? It's about adding these materials and reducing the number of sensory deprivation and creating that feel. I definitely think.
For the walls, wallpapers.
Yep.
Preferable, maybe, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Wallpaper is great. Again, you have washable wallpaper, because if you have kids and kids like to write
Yes.
on the walls, so you have washable wallpaper.
Now there is so many options for
100%.
the wallpapers, I
100%.
believe.
Yes, and the kind of properties are increasing. Earlier, you just had paper wallpaper. Now you have fabric wallpaper. You have embellished wallpaper.
Yes.
You have 3D effect to it. And I've met this lovely new supplier recently, and she had 3D effects. Like she had a monkey hanging from the
really?
the wallpaper as well, so you could actually feel the monkey sort of moving along with you, and it's fantastic. So there are a lot of different
Yes.
new features coming out with materials. Material innovation is a favorite topic for me.
And if your company, Riva, I'm pronouncing it right.
Yeah, absolutely. You've got it.
Riva was a city, which city would it be?
Oh, wow. Reva was a city. Which city would it be? That's a lovely question. I think I would say Budapest.
Really?
Yes.
I haven't seen that city. Why?
Budapest was the last city that I traveled to as a solo traveler, because
Okay.
after that I got married, and then there's no solo travel after that. It's always together. But Budapest is fantastic because, again, European cities, there's a lot of ruin, beautiful ruin.
Yeah.
A lot of stories which can be said. It's a lot of warmth which is there. So you have these beautiful cafes, you've got these hidden bars which are ruins again, a lot of eclectic colors, LED
Streets.
panels, the streets are cobbled, there's a lot of plants which are there, and there's a lot of seasons as well. So it's completely in a transformational state. And with Budapest especially, you've got the Danube River, and then on either sides you have different kind of residential and hospitality areas. So I think all of those little aspects, I think Budapest.
Very nice.
Thank you.
And we talked before about minimalism. I told you
Yes.
that it's the new trend. It's like new trend
Yes.
nowadays.
Yes.
You prefer maximalism, but there is also minimalism. What do you think? Minimalism, first of all, does it come to you a little cold and plain? What do you think about it?
So I think every design movement serves a purpose. So minimalism serves its purpose in the kind of projects that you're doing it in. For example, if you have an office space, I wouldn't go minimalistic. But if you're doing an Apple store, 100% you want to do minimalism because the products shine. Nothing else needs to shine. The walls, the ceiling, nothing else needs to shine, right? But when it's a house, Going minimalism, in the maybe before the client moves in, you can keep it all minimal, absolutely nothing. But when somebody moves in, when it has to be lived in, the sense, the living, utilities, whether it's a plant, whether it's, a carton where you put all the clothes, etc. All these things have to definitely come in, and minimalism goes outside the window. So I don't think minimalism is a trend which is. It was a trend, like you rightly said. Everybody wanted to do the same Scandinavian
Yes.
light colors and beige walls. But soon everybody started bringing in a lot of, they understood. And the more time, again, I want to go back to the pandemic. The pandemic really changed how people design their homes. Earlier, a lot of people were happy living in the apartments with, limited amount of space, no gardens. But with pandemic,
Yes.
everybody wanted to move into a larger space.
Yeah, with gardens.
With gardens and get pets in. And then the culture inside the house also changed. The materials on the floor, the materials on the wall. You want to bring in all the references because you were sort of boxed in. You didn't know when you would be allowed to travel again. So all those elements came in. So minimalism went out. And exactly like you said, we haven't reached the maximalism. Not everybody is
Yes,
ready
but
for that.
it's there for a long time.
100%. 100%.
It's there, but maybe I believe minimalism came from the need of people
Yes.
to put some warmth and coziness into minimalism, right?
Yes, absolutely.
And when you mix both of them,
Yes.
in the between, you can meet for minimalism. What do you believe?
I agree. I agree. See, the lines are blurring. If you look at just life as it is, earlier there was no work from home as a concept. Now you can work from home. So your houses are actually functioning as an office as well.
Right.
So similarly, minimalism and maximalism has to come in between.
Yeah.
Earlier, we never used residential furniture within commercial spaces. Like a nice lounge or a Chesterfield sofa was not used in an office on a regular basis. But now, because the lines are blurring and you're spending so many hours at home or so many hours in the office, you want the comfort of home in the office and you want the structure of office in the house as well.
True.
So you've got, instead of residential and commercial, you've got resi-mercial. Just like minimalism, you have resi-mercial as well. So I think the lines are blurring and it's complete fluidity. So design is moving, everything is growing. In fact, that is the reason why the company is called Reva as well, because Reva literally means transition, fluidity, flow, all of that. So there are no lines anymore.
Yeah,
everything is
beautiful.
blurred.
Can you, for example, from between your clients, if you think about the style, can you let us know mostly which style your clients prefer and for which one, minimalism, or maximalism do you go for?
So, we've been blessed with a lot of wide range of clients that we've had. So we've got Indians, we've got Britishers, we've got Emirati clients, we've got newly moved in, people who come here. We've done this residential design for a client from Lagos. So everybody's aesthetics is different.
Sure.
Right? So what we think in Dubai, like, what we think going to a hotel, for example, the Address Hotel in the Creek Harbor, fantastic, beautiful design, right? It's contemporary, it's got a lot of luxe elements, but for us, it's a regular Dubai hotel, right? Everything is grandeur, so that's her. But for somebody coming from Lagos, they said, this is the ultimate. I don't want Burj Khalifa, I want the Address. So for them, this is the peak of design.
Yes.
So everybody's design elements or design aesthetics changes.
Different, yeah.
A lot of residential clients, essentially, they don't have an understanding of the design aesthetics.
Okay.
But what they do have is Pinterest.
Oh, yes.
I hate
So they
Pinterest.
show you pictures, right?
Yes. So Pinterest is a big no-no for me. I immediately, when we sign a contract, I always tell them one thing. Great that we've signed a contract. I'm happy you like me and I'm happy that you've engaged Reva. You need to give me your phone. We need to delete Pinterest.
Really?
Yes, 100%.
Most of the interior designers, what they do, they tell people to choose, send them pictures from Pinterest to understand their style.
We like to do it. So, like I said, I've studied design for about 5 years, and I've been doing this for about 18 years. Coming February, it'll be 18 years, almost 2 decades. So what I like to do is exactly like this. The only thing missing is table would go away. We are in comfortable couch. We're having a cup of coffee. I'm getting to know who you are. I'm getting to
Okay.
know how you live your life. What time do you wake up? Do you do Pilates? Do you do strength training? Do you go running? So all of these things will give me an essence of who you are, what sort of design aesthetics you like, what are the colors that you like. I would meet you a couple of times. 2 times is good enough. I understand what you like to wear, how you like to dress. So your house or your space should reflect who you are,
That's
not
so
what
true.
you think, because otherwise, if you were to go to a gym or a Pilates studio, you would see 10 girls all dressed in the same way.
Yeah,
So where is the individual?
definitely.
So that's why I would never ask somebody to look at Pinterest and give
Yes.
me
And
ideas.
it comes up like
Yeah,
that.
everybody's looks the same, no?
Yes. Everybody and every house.
Exactly. Everybody and
Mostly,
everybody's house looks exactly the
yes.
same. Yeah.
What I see, the designers prefer minimalism, but as you told,
Yeah.
as you said, it's all same, and people started to feel that they need warmth and coziness as well. So it's, I believe, changing now.
Yeah, I agree with you. And to further on what you said, the designers prefer minimalism. See, the reason is it's very clean.
And easy. Easy
You
to choose.
you said it.
Easy to
So
choose furniture.
yes, because at the end of the day, it looks very neat and the pictures look curated.
Proper.
Yes.
Everywhere.
And
Clean.
the chances are 90% of the end, the people who look at these images say that, wow, it's a nice, neat space. It looks like a designer has done it. But when you do a little eclectic, when you have the chair, not all the chairs of a dining table are different. You have one little different. I like those. Everybody needs to bring in a little bit of whimsical, quirky elements to
Yes.
their space. That's when you have the identity, right? That's when you
Yeah.
have your own space.
I also like to add some different touch in the whatever space I. For example, I like Scandinavian, but I also like to add some colors or something,
Yes.
some splash. What would you, for example, with those kind of furnitures, with furry ones or whitish colors, well, what can we do to add some warmth and color? Should we play with, for example, walls or accessorizes?
So yes, so this part of this question is exactly for interior styling. So interior design is a lot more different, and interior styling is different.
Okay.
I love styling; it's fantastic. So you finish the project, the client is happy, everybody's happy, and now you want to bring a little bit of character to the space.
Okay.
So when you do design, just to sort of make it very clear, I'm breaking walls. So you buy a house and you have like 4 bedrooms, but I'm saying no, we don't need 4 bedrooms. We need 3 bedrooms. And the
Okay.
third bedroom is a master bedroom, and one of it is your closet. Though that is when your design is coming into it. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes, yes.
It's a lot more work. You're doing structural modification, you're doing HVAC modification, you're doing flooring and ceiling and all of that. The styling part of it is the nice part.
Yes.
When you finish the project, when you finish all the hard part, you've thrown out the contractors, no sweat, no heat. It's completely, you're in a
Fun
nice
part.
Yes, the fun part. So then you go shopping, right? You go shopping, you go to nice places. You go to Villeroy and Bosch, you go to Zara Home, you go to Versace Home, you go to Hermes to buy the nice blanket that everybody has in their in their house. So that's how you bring the warmth. Then you can bring in the warmth with the plants, with the artwork. I personally feel that a space can look phenomenal with the kind of art that the clients choose.
Yes, right.
Right. So, for example, depending on where the client is from, the cultural art, right? We've done houses for Emiratis, and we like to commission local artists to create beautiful pieces over there. Or if the client likes to travel, then we like to get a nice Moroccan rug tapestried on the wall.
Yeah.
So brings in a lot of warmth, a lot of color, and then minimalism goes outside the window.
Yes.
Throw in rugs. So we can throw in rugs, we can throw in plants, accessories, artwork, scent even. the kind of scent. Like, for example, you walk into a very nice hotel, and the first thing that you remember about it is the smell that hits you.
Yes, right.
So that's how you can bring in the warmth.
Yeah.
So it's an
true.
auditory, it's a complete sensory experience. So you can do all these things and bring in. That's why you must have seen again on Instagram, there are a lot of reels about how to make this house smell nice. So they put a pot with cinnamon and oranges
there are.
and then churn it.
I
So the
see
entire
them.
house feels like you've been baking, but you have not been baking.
Yes.
Yes.
Would you wanna say something to people who wants to be now I will not say interior designer, but maybe interior stylist is more it's the correct one.
Yeah, styling the houses, it's a big business. I think with a lot of you've seen how real estate in Dubai, in UAE has been booming, and we have a lot of people coming in, relocating, buying houses here. They get their houses done. Not all architects are interior designers. Not all interior designers are stylists.
Okay.
So everybody has a niche. I don't want to do what somebody else can do. So we have our strengths. Our strength is you give us a space, we talk to you, we take all of that information, and we create this beautiful space for you. Styling is something, again, you have to come in, work with the designer as well as the client, go shopping for them.
Okay.
So if the husband, the wife, or whoever the inhabitants of the space are, they don't have time, you do the shopping. This is your budget, you to go ahead, buy all of these things. Styling can be done by anybody who has a good eye.
Okay.
To be honest, styling is something that is personal. It can be done even by the homemaker or even by the family themselves, or it can be done by a professional. It's just like how we wear clothes, right?
Yes, sure.
We can wear the clothes like we like them, but if you're going for an event and you want to look like a different person, you want to look like you're just conveying a message, you're going for this award function, you want to look like a boss lady, it's better to get a stylist, because they know, they can understand you and your, translate your story into an outfit and then sell you out. So that same thing can be done through interior styling as well. So yeah, it's personal. Some people can do it themselves, but
Yes.
it's a great occupation.
Maybe as an entrepreneur also,
Yes.
you can give an
100%.
advice for ladies.
I'm a very young entrepreneur because I've only been doing it for a year. But one of the first things that you have as an entrepreneur or as a business owner, you'll get a new best friend. And that best friend is fear.
Yes.
So
And it may be anxiety.
Yeah, absolutely. Fear, anxiety, and also imposter syndrome. So I'm sat here talking to you about the company. At the same time, I feel like, do I have the enough knowledge to be talking to you about this? I mean, you can do this for how many ever years that you have been doing, but you still feel a little bit of anxiety. But I have realized in the last 1 year that fear is good.
Good. Yeah, I totally agree with you. Even for me, it's same, and it's like you are never enough. You need
Yes.
to keep learning,
Yes.
right?
That's why I said fear is good, because it pushes you to get better. It pushes you to get up every day and form a discipline of doing something, right? Go ahead, do this, follow these steps. I think practice and discipline and all of that can be guided by two things. It is passion and fear.
Yes.
The fear of not being relevant, the fear of not being good enough, the fear of always falling short of somebody's expectation of you. As long as letting yourself down, I think that's most important for me. So all the people who want to start a business and are fearful about starting a business, I think they should embrace the fear. And there's always a right time for you.
Yes.
Right? There's always a right time, and the right time is here and now, I believe.
No, I was gonna say that.
Yeah.
Waiting also is not good all the time.
No.
Taking action,
Yes.
sometimes better than
100%.
waiting.
100%. So I wanted to start a business, I think about 10 years ago, when I was in my 20s. I wanted to start a business. And at that time I thought, you know what, I'm too young. I need to learn a lot more. But am I glad I didn't start it then? Yes, I am, because I got a lot more information and I was able to make mistakes on other people's money.
But I believe you learn best when you are doing the job
Yes.
and when you do the mistakes.
100%. 100%. You make a mistake and then you learn it and you not forget how you resolve that, right? So making mistakes is good. Jumping into business is good. Starting when you feel right is good. And
Yes.
right is always right now, I believe.
Fear is good, but fear is good when you are doing the business for the double checks and other things. But to start, sometimes it pushes people back, but a little more being brave or
Yes, 100%. The fear of not letting yourself down should be what pushes you. Like if you have a goal, and everybody talks about manifesting, isn't it? When you manifest something and you say that you want this, I think you should go ahead and get it.
yes,
For sure. For sure. And what's the worst that can happen,
yes.
right?
Again, it changes for everybody. But when you are happy with yourself and happy with any result, you can say, at least I learned something.
100%. 100%.
So there is no wrong or right.
No, no. Every failure is a learning experience. And only with learning experiences can we sort of, it's like the Japanese art, isn't it? It's an art, Japanese art, where something is broken, they don't throw it away.
Ah, yeah, yeah,
Instantly,
yeah,
right?
I
They
know.
they add a little bit of gold into it and becomes a brand new piece. So I'm sure starting and failing or doing really well is all up to the it's in the eyes of who is doing it.
Yes, sure, definitely. Do you have any specific color preference for the? I will ask about your own home. For the walls, for the furnitures. Do you prefer any color palette or?
Um, uh, for my home personally, I love warm tones. So
Like neutral?
no, no, not neutrals. I like natural tones, like terracotta, khaki green.
Ah, okay.
You know, that sort of a color
Yeah, yeah,
palette.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Mocha, you know,
Okay.
or the froth on top of cappuccino. Those are the colors that I really
A
like.
little Mediterranean?
Yes, yes, and very much Indian as well.
Yeah.
So I like these kind of color palettes. So it's warm.
Yes.
Neutrals are great in the middle just to sort of bring everything down or sort of tie everything up. But I absolutely love dark colors and playing with tints, tones, and shades of all of these colors. So you have a nice red, but you don't do a red, you do a terracotta.
Yes.
You know, sort of merge it out and then, but always having a neutral piece, like even when you have a nice big couch, for example, we have a nice couch which has orange leather, but the seats are in beige. So
Okay.
that brings down the intensity of the couch. So
Okay.
personally, I like warm color tones. That's how even Reva's color tone is a deep burgundy.
Yes.
But for other people, it obviously depends on where they are from and what sort of colors that they like. And for commercial projects, it's their brand, right?
Yeah,
They use
yeah.
the brand
Sure,
colors.
definitely. Even personality affects.
100%.
Right?
Yes. I mean, now you have, even for clothes, you have the color therapy, right? They put the colors for you to see which color suits your complexion and
Yes.
whether you're a sun person or a winter person or a summer person or a spring person. So yeah, colors definitely affect.
Could you also tell us what do you think? Which color should be our bedrooms? Do you have any?
Not red.
Which color?
Not red. So red is a color, for example, if you look at the color red, right? Bright red.
Not red. I agree with you. But you know what? I read somewhere, I don't remember, and it came very strange to me when I read it because it was written that red color calms people. Which
Wow.
I never heard, and I always heard the opposite, you
Yeah,
know?
me too.
It's usually said that it makes you energetic or angry,
Yes. So
even.
I agree with you. The latter part of what you said, not what you read.
Yeah.
So when we were in university, one of the things that we study is how to design for spaces which are outside, right?
Yes.
Not necessarily homes. Look at any fast food restaurant. It can be Wendy's, it can be KFC, it can be McDonald's, it can be, I don't know, Hardee's, whatever. Every fast food restaurant is red.
Yeah, they include.
Why is that? Because to
Definitely.
give that anxiousness, I want to sit, I want to get a burger, take it and move out of it. Nobody is sort of lounging in
Yeah, right.
in a KFC. Nobody's lounging in a Hardee's. Nobody's doing that. They just grab and go. You eat and you leave because you don't you're almost sitting on an edge because you want to leave.
Yes.
But at the same time, look at a Starbucks, right? What are the colors there? They're warm colors. They're sort of hugging you. Sit here, work from here.
Yes.
We'll get you a coffee. You can get another coffee. Sit here, lounge. Because they love the fact that people are lingering and making the Starbucks or the coffee shops a third office.
Yeah.
So I don't think that red is a color for the bedroom because that'll make you feel anxious. So if you have if you're already having an anxious day and you're coming into a red bedroom with a red walls, it's not going to help calm you down.
For me, definitely not. Personally. But I mean, when I think of calmness, the colors comes to my mind is usually like beige tones or even maybe light green, soft
Yes,
greens,
yes.
or
Yes.
I
Light
don't know.
greens are light. There are certain blues as well,
Yeah.
which will calm you down. Beiges are fantastic like that. In fact, green is a color that I personally use in my kitchen because green for me is
Yeah.
nature, is creation, and it's you look outside the window and you have a garden which everything is green. So the green is about growth, creation, creativity. So green is great for kitchens. Green is great for spaces where kids are studying because it makes you feel like very vibrant and fresh. Bedrooms, I think, like you said, beige, 100%, blues, and any tint of a color, not the original color. So when
Yeah.
I say tint is when you take the color in its original format and add white to it. So you keep adding white and white and white to maybe a blood red, and then it becomes a very light shade of pink.
Yeah,
That
pink.
can be used for your bedroom.
Yes. But also definitely not white.
No, not
I
not
believe,
white,
right?
Not white. White is
It-
very
it-
clinical.
it-
I mean, I'm
yes.
sure Pantone is not going to like anything that we're saying right now. If you know that Pantone this year has come out with the
Yes.
color of the year, it's white, but it's just called as, what is it called? The Cloud Dancer.
Cloud, yeah.
I'm not a fan of white.
I mean
Although I am wearing white today, but I'm not a fan of white.
for the walls.
Yes, for the walls,
When you
definitely.
enter a house with white walls, it gives me the hospital vibe. You
Yes.
know,
Yes.
like I entered to a hospital.
Yes.
I mean, even in my house, I don't prefer it because it's very cold for me.
Yes, yes.
Do you agree?
See, again, it comes to styling of the house.
Okay.
So, for example, if you have a big white wall and nobody's done anything to it, it's a rented apartment. Imagine it's a rented house.
Yes.
And you can't do anything to it because the landlord doesn't want you to spoil.
Yeah.
They don't want you to put a wallpaper. They don't want you to put paneling. What can you do? You can add artwork on it. You can add your family photos.
Yeah,
on it. You
okay.
can throw a nice rug in front of it. Put beautiful colored couches in front of it, and the white wall is no longer the focus.
Okay.
Right? So the focus is the armchairs, the focus is the artwork, is a nice lampshade which is there, and a rug and a plant. So I think every wall can be made, even if it's a white wall, it can be made to look a lot more lively depending on how you style it, how you position it. So it's not necessary to paint all the walls. It's not necessary to have a color for the walls. You can also make it look good even without that.
That's so true. And I'm so happy to have you today.
Thank you very much for
I
having
believe
me.
we will continue to talk
Yes.
soon
Yes.
together again
I would love that.
in other episodes
Sure.
with other subjects. For minimalism, I mean, there is so many things to tell, but at the meantime, it's something we already know, right? It's
100%.
something we maybe we were using for a while already, putting some warmth into minimalism, and for people who finds exhausting the maximalism, so a little run away from that maybe. Do you have something to add for minimalism?
You said it. Most of the houses previously were not designed. As in, earlier doing interior design was a luxury.
Yes, it
Right?
was
It's
correct.
a
Yeah.
luxurious profession. To have an interior designer come into your house was always seen as an upper class problem. But it's only recently that a lot of people who have bought houses or are even renting houses are open to the idea of having a designer. The world is changing, and the onset of these kind of professions coming into the houses has made all these terms come into play.
True.
Earlier, the grandmothers of the house or the mothers in the house were designing the houses, right? So they never thought about minimalism and maximalism and minimalism.
Never.
They never did. And they never thought of what they did is what they felt best.
Yes.
If they knit, then they used to knit a throw and use that and then add warmth to the space. So I believe that all of these trends never last. What lasts are human emotions, human stories, storytelling, all of these things last. So I wouldn't say that these words are something that we should focus on. I think we should focus on
True.
the emotional connect of the people who are going to be inhabiting the space.
True. When you were talking, one question came to my mind.
Yes, please.
Kylie Jenner, maybe? Did you see her granny house?
Oh, yes.
The design?
Kendall Jenner.
Kendall Jenner. Okay.
Beautiful.
Did you like it?
I did.
I liked some parts, but
Yes.
some of them was too much for me.
Yes, so she's got this entire house, which is like a cottage core, right?
Yes,
So,
yes.
she has a lot of horses. I mean, the family is...
So what she said, one of them can be like this.
Yes, she has a lot of houses, so she can do anything that she wants.
Of course, yeah.
Personally, if I, Kardashians are a guilty pleasure.
Yeah.
And I keep up with them. So if I were to compare Kim Kardashian's house to Kendall Jenner's, I would definitely prefer Kendall Jenner's
Yes.
house. Because Kim Kardashian's is like what you said. It's a hospital.
Very minimalist,
It's
right?
Super minimalist. It's
True.
like brutalism. It's absolutely void of any... I don't even know how her kids roam around that space because it's so neat, clean. But again, like I said, this is what we get to see.
Yes,
there might be
sure.
spaces which are completely, shabby and completely, different aesthetics. But I really liked Kendall's style. It looked lived in. It looked like a space that I would like to go and stay.
Yeah.
As an Airbnb when you're
Yeah,
traveling.
yeah,
it's
yeah,
fantastic.
definitely.
Yeah. It had character. It had. I love it when you enter somebody's house and the husband or the wife or whoever's inhabiting the space can actually tell you, we got this from this place and this is what happened to this place.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
This is where
the
we got
stories.
Yes, the stories. And we got this plant and this is where my dog, comes and keeps pulling it. Or those kind of stories really give the warmth to the house.
True.
So I believe Kendall's house is like that. When you look at those pieces, I don't know whether she's lived in it, but she has stories to talk about it. Like, I got this from this place. I got this from that place.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know the details, but I checked it.
Yes, it was beautiful.
Yes.
I really enjoyed that space.
Before ending our episode, also one more thing came to my mind. I want to share it with you. You said before it was a luxury
Yes.
to style the houses, interior designing, everything. Lately, psychologists say that the design of the house, of your house, and the colors and the furnitures, everything affects your mood, your psychology, and everything, So the house you live in must be calming you, must be peaceful, or must give you that feeling that you feel cozy or whatever makes you happy,
Yeah.
What do you think about that?
I agree 100%.
That's true, right?
Yes, 100%. So, again, earlier, the people who lived, the generations before us, right? Not before, way before us also, they didn't have this much of tension. They did not have this much of competition. Even the kids who were going to school did not have these kind of tensions, right? What do you want to do? What do you want to become? You need to be better than the other person. So
Yes.
they didn't have anxiety. Nowadays, children who are 4 years old tell their parents that I'm stressed. What are you stressed about? I
Yeah.
took my cat to the vet and they said that your cat is stressed. I was like, what is my cat stressed about? So everybody is stressed. So how do we
Yeah.
bring that down? Like you said, it's the homes. It's the homes. It's the peace. It's very. If I were to give you the most simplest example, is like when you are a baby and you have a favorite blanket, right? Your blanket that you carry everywhere.
True.
That's your safe space. So homes are a safe space like that as well. So designing the colors, the textures, even if you don't even design, having things that you love around yourself. Like you don't want to design, but you love to read, and having a room full of books where you can smell the books and you have coffee boiling on a pot in the kitchen. I think that would be more than enough as
Definitely.
so I think sensory overload is a lot too much, and that's why having the perfect house, perfect for you, is important.
True.
Yeah.
There is so many things to talk about, design and interiors. And of course, we would love to continue with you, but on the opportunity for other episodes.
Yes, of course.
We can have some questions from our followers, and we can again sit with you and discuss about them maybe.
Sure.
Thank you so much for being with us.
Thank
It
you.
was
Thank you.
lovely.
Thank you for having me. It was
Yeah,
wonderful.
sure.
It was wonderful meeting with you and to talk to you about my favorite subject.
Yes, same for me. Thank you.
Thank you.